Karibuni to another episode of Champions of Hope. Stories of Hope, actually. Yes. Now, Jana, in a previous episode, I talked about my journey with painkillers. Pastor Madre, if you remember that. So, today I've brought my wife to hear from her side. How was she coping with that, and how did she what was she going through when I was kwa Madre? So karibu sana msupa wangu.
Asante sana.
Bado ni msupa wangu.
Of course.
Nice.
This is an interesting topic and a deep one. Yeah. In your previous episodes,
yes.
You've said all that, and by now everyone knows that you are a sickle cell warrior.
Yes.
So yes, before we got married, I knew that you had a condition known as sickle cell anemia. Na hiyo haikunifanya nisikie kuhepa kwa sababu there's always what you're looking for in a man. Na nasema hata kama kuna hii at least for this wacha nikwame na huyu.
Hapo sasa.
Wacha nikwame na huyu. And so through God's grace we got married.
True.
Nikaona hizo episodes za ukiwa mgonjwa and throughout all this God's grace has been sufficient.
True, kweli.
I wouldn't say that ati mimi ni strong sababu ati nilioleka na yeye sababu mimi ni strong. No.
I think even as the sermon when we were getting married, the sermon dwelt more on grace.
Yes, it was more on grace. I remember when I told some people that I didn't hide ati naoleka. I told people that yes, I'm getting married, but and my husband has this condition, including my family, my parents.
Walifikiaje ama walireactaje?
Where I come from, they don't understand what sickle cell is. Yes, so it was something new for them, and they have been learning as I have been learning in the process, in the journey. Yes, but they knew that hapa itabidi tutakuwa tunaomba because that's just a condition. And I thank God he has kept us for close now to 7 years.
7 years, Baba.
That is God.
7 years. 7 years.
Yeah, so through all this, nimekuwa nikilearn everything, as in new things each day. Yeah, but now I remember on what you have just said, that in the journey of managing sickle cell, you got...
Before you continue,
yes.
Pole sana kurudisha nyuma.
It's okay.
You said when you told people about your condition, what apart from your family, what is other people?
There are those who understood it, especially people who come from these large water bodies, and yes. Also the people who had lived with you for long, they knew what this means. And so I remember even some were asking, hey, Kate, wenye uko mrembo hivi, kwa nini uolewe na mtu mgonjwa?
Look on point.
Yes.
And still are.
I know.
Nani kunywa?
Na straw. Yeah, so I knew what I was getting into. But okay, I didn't know actually the whole journey, but what I understand is people who knew how the intense venye iko intense kuolewa na mtu wako na such a condition.
Yes.
So like I said, nikianza tu, there's that one thing that unaona kwa mtu unasema hata kama akona vitu zingine wacha nikwame na hii, tukwame pamoja. Yes, and for me I was like this is just a condition. People have myths that ati hawezi fikisha miaka ngapi. Ulianza kuambiwa utafikisha miaka ngapi ukiwa
10, kakuja 18. 20 something
until the doctors gave up.
Okay,
because God is
it makes sense.
Sababu Mungu tu ndiye anajua uhai wa mtu.
Yeah, true,
anajua your time in this on this earth. Kuna watu tulifanya na wedding na wao then na saa hii one of their spouses is no more.
It's no more. Yeah, true.
Kupitia kwa vitu nyingi, not necessarily hata kuwa ni mgonjwa.
True. And they were normal yani.
Yeah, and they were normal according to them. Wanaoa mtu wako healthy.
No, yeah, true.
Yeah, so niliingia kwa hii story nikijua God got us. Because our hope has been on him alone. Our trust, our belief. Yeah, and our faith has been on God. So nimeingia kwa marriage, you have that condition. So tumekaa hizo miaka, pains zinakuja, we are managed, we come home. Pains zinakam, manage, we come home. And now when was it? 2 to some months ago. 2 years ago. Now because of the pain, which is inakujanga ikiwa sometimes it depends. Crisis ya sickle cell ina depend. Crisis is the painful episode that comes from the sickle cell condition.
Your veins.
Yeah, ikiblock the veins, inakuwa the place imeblock, inakuwa very painful. Yeah, so hizo crisis zikikuja, tunaenda hospital, unatibiwa, tunarudi ama unalazwa kama ni infection, wanakutumia antibiotics and unakuwa poa.
After 3 days or 4 days, right?
After 3 days tunajua unatoka. So tumekuwa hapo, nimejua kumanage, nimejua huyu nikimwekea beetroot HB inapanda. Huyu nikipika tu well balanced diet, immune iko poa. Akikunywa dawa zake, sababu nishajua dawa. Management as in hatuko pabaya, tuko place poa. So in 2 years ago, because of the pains that used to come, you developed an habit,
a dependence,
an habit of now numbing the pain without going to hospital.
Yes.
So sasa ni kunamp. Anasikia ni kama anapata na crisis and of course there is that fear, sababu umekuanga na hiyo umezoeanga hizo pain. So unajua since taki hiyo body yangu nini, wacha tu ni numb na painkiller. So I know the painkillers tunatumia. So unajua tramadol will work. Kidogo tumetoka kwa tramadol, tumeenda tramadol injection. At first ni tramadol tabs.
Tunakumbuka hiyo sachet.
Yes.
Nilikuwa wadai siku moja.
Yeah, tumeanza na tramadol tablets. Tumeshatoka huko sasa.
Tramadol bado ni opioids, mkumbuke.
Yes. But sasa at least mild.
Yes.
So umejiongeza dose. So tukaendelea because now of course I know uliwaambia umefanya something to do with science and you know all that. So unatumia hizo na unapona tu, pain inaisha. So unasema hakuna haja ya kwenda hosi. So through this tendency umepanda, unaanza sasa ni injection ya tramadol. Tumetoka kwa tablets. Sasa ni injection ya tramadol. Na bado on top of the injection unatumia other tablets. Yeah, so through that ukapanda tena from injection ya tramadol to a higher dose.
A different one ama hiyo tramadol?
No, a different one known as pethidine.
Unakumbuka the first day you come?
Yes.
I've talked about it kwa the previous episode. So maybe you can tell us
the story.
The story will come. What were your thoughts?
Because you used to get this injection.
Yes.
Hosi,
yes.
Tukienda, but they are monitored. They are used to when you have ile crisis iko na pain mob. Ndio hapo daktari atakudunga then akae watumie tu zenye ziko kawaida hivyo. So they know how to control it because it's one of the strongest painkiller.
Yeah, true.
Yes, so since this painkiller used to work for you kwa hosi, ukiwa na hizo crisis strong, tukapata the day yenye mimi ni sasa niliziona kwa hao, kuna jamaa, one of another friend of yours who is also a sickle cell warrior.
Yes.
So since it works, ukamwambia mazeni kuna pain, ulikuwa umeenda hosi haujaipata hosi yenye huwa tunaendanga,
nikaenda Kite,
ukaenda kutafuta place nyingine bado hujapata, so ukapigia huyo jamaa because yeye alikuanga na, you remember when we said about priapism? So this guy has had priapism for long. So because of that, he used those strong painkillers for long and he had them available.
True.
Yeah. So he calls, my husband calls, anamwambia niaje my friend, unaweza kuwa uko na hii dawa sababu nimetembea hatujaipata place huwa ninadungwa. So akamwambia usiwe na noma, hiyo tu relax, I got you. So amekuja akatuletea 3 vials.
Actually go 5.
They were 5. 5
half the box because the box contained 10.
Yes.
So kaita 5.
Ameleta 5. Sisi amefika ametupea.
Alitupea akaweka kwa ulikuwa nafua I think that time. So tulieka hapo sitting, ilikuwa tu hapo sitting room. Then if I remember very well, you came and walked in and you saw it. Remember? Okay, chukua ukisoma. Because she always reads
what
my drug.
Yes, I know even the milligrams.
Usema kama ile ukishadwa dawa kuna ka full kama karatasi. We got information mob.
Yeah, even discharge I have to what were they using? I also have to ask the doctors mnatumia nini. So through that nikakuja nikaona a packet the packet because aliacha zikiwa 5 but kwa hiyo carton kake. So we are here, we don't know how to inject, we don't know anything, but now we have the
ulisoma kuna mali at that point ulisoma kuna kitu
nikaona kitu it's not supposed to haifai kutumika as in it has to be used in the hospital setup. Na it is very addictive.
Hiyo ndio ilikuwa.
So hiyo kanipea so we are here, we don't know what to do. He is in pain, you are still in pain. So actually I was the first one to inject.
Alikufundisha ama
I don't know what happened, but I remember I just
took the courage.
No, previously we had a nurse, home-based nurse who used to come inject and showed me how to do the drip. Yes. So I had that knowledge from
sometimes her. Kwa nomosala niyo maji kwa au. Because it saved a lot.
Yes. So through that knowledge, my and it worked.
Yes, true.
Your pain went. But now after that, bado unaniambia sweet bado niko na pain. Si uniongeze. So nikakwambia no. So from there it was now a battle between wacha nijidunge, but we were very fearful.
Yes, kujidunga.
Yeah. So with some time can learn. I don't know how. Yeah, so through that ukaanza sasa a higher dose and you're injecting yourself, which is very wrong according to the doctors and according to we didn't know as much as now we know. We didn't know then.
Your time when I started now actively injecting myself is the time because you are serving in church voluntarily for 5 years.
Yes.
And this time that I started being active using it, I became the lead pastor, the lead minister of that local church. And now,
So in between, we were volunteers for quite some time, for years actually. And here comes an opportunity that now, at Messi, now it's you who is going to lead this church. And we were excited because, of course, see, tumekuwa pasi for long.
You know the drill, eh?
So tumeingia with that excitement. But of course we prayed. It's not that
yes, we prayed.
Tulienda through some interview. It's not much as interview, but
orientation.
Orientation and all that. And so tumeanza. But you know, sorry.
Pia chani pige yangu pia.
Yeah, so tumeanza. But as you know, the triggers of crisis is one, as in crisis, it's one, stress.
They have a trigger, so trigger of those painful episodes.
Yes. There's stress, there's the dehydration, the low HB in his blood, infection, and all that. And so through this, there's now pressure for you to lead. There's pressure for you to perform. And
there's an image I want to
portray. Yeah. So when all this is combined, inaleta more crisis.
Yeah, true.
So how do we do it? We numb. We numb it. We numb it. Well. So it reached a point, sasa, it's not just numbing. It's imefika stage ya dependency. As in you can't work without it.
It's true.
You can't do without it. So sasa ni I had to take a step because I know that Messi that I've seen for 6 years, and I know that Messi that I'm seeing now. So nikaambia mabeshte wetu, the group that we said about the
marriage group.
The marriage group.
Tukasema mahali pa kusemana.
Yeah, we used to say this is the place, mahali ya kusemana. So we would say everything and anything.
True, by the way.
So nimeenda nikamwambia, kuna hii, we are struggling with this. I feel like my husband has gotten into imefika sasa ni dependency. He can't do without this drug. So immediately, of course, sisi ni jeshi Messi. So they started accountability nini, wanamjulia hali hivyo hivyo, but they didn't know the intense.
Yes. They just know the face value.
They just know, Messi is struggling with this, but not deep. Yeah, so wanaona with time, hii itaisha. Hata tukimwambia saa hii, Messi usijidunge, atasikia tunaifanya. But little did we know that it was not as we thought. It was not as light as we thought.
True.
So yes, here we are. Now we had now to start a journey as a family, a journey of you coming out of the same. So tumeenda places mob. Tumeanza with a government organization. Ikatushinda. Tukaenda a rehabilitation. Because he has a condition, because you have a condition,
so they call Turkey.
Haiwezi saidia, ingesaidia. Tukatoka hapo tukaenda an hospital setup, but they also didn't know how to work on it. So tumetembea. At this point,
what's your feeling?
So now that I'm coming there. So imefika mahali we can't communicate because one person is thinking the opposite and the other one is thinking the opposite. So tuko hapo, we don't know. Communication hata imekatika because one, I'm very drained.
True.
I'm drained psychologically, I'm drained physically, I'm drained. My body is overwhelmed. Because you see, what I knew we were handling is the chronic illness.
Yes.
But now here comes another disease,
true,
which
true.
is more tricky than even the
sickle cell itself. Yes.
And more overwhelming than the sickle cell itself.
The finances.
We have, to fight. Oh, the finances. It's one, it's very expensive.
Yeah, true.
And now you're not just using one vial. You have gone to up to 10 vials a day.
Mucheka hujachukua episode ikiongea about those vials.
Imefika 10 vials a day.
Vial moja ni 100 milligrams. So
yeah, so ukienda hosi, kama ni hosi, one vial is 500. Other hospitals is almost 1,000.
Yes, true.
So tuko hapo, we are now struggling financially because hatuna hiyo do ya kusustain painkillers. Of course, we have other things to do. We have a kid, we have bills to pay, and we also have our child is in school. We have bills, and we have to buy your management drugs too.
Yes, true.
So
in which I was not religiously taking
them after you were introduced, after you introduced yourself to this and that pain med. So we are, everything is just going south. Finances, we are at zero. You begin to call people to come in.
To ask, to
asking for money.
Because
you have to take it.
Kuchoma hapo.
Ilituchomea kila mahali.
I remember you telling me, sasa tembeaje sasa sijui muomba nani.
Yeah, actually nilifika mahali na hata nitembeaje. Yaani huku hata kwa barabara naona haya. I don't know who you have borrowed and who you've not. So imefika hapo, our marriage is at stake.
Uko na feel kuishia?
Manze. It was tough. You don't know who to run to. You don't know who to tell, because you see, people will see your condition and feel like, hey, Kate, this is something that you can manage, because you have managed. Because most of the people wamekuwa wakiniambia, Kate, when I'm strong, when ule, but in this, everything is just, I don't know.
Tuko tu wawili watatu actually
and our son, yes. So tuko hapo, we don't know what to do. We really don't know what to do. Every day is, unaamka tu hivi unauliza, tunaanza mahali najua. Because this guy can't function without that.
And I'm not reasoning with you.
You can't, and we cannot resonate together.
True. I can't even. When you were communicating, what was I? How was my reaction every time you communicated to me?
Like when, we sit, we can talk, we talk, but your mind is not even where we are. Your mind is, nitapata virus zingine wapi za tethered in. So tuko hapo, mi nasikia sasa mali imefika, this marriage. Tumeongea na watu, tumeombewa, tumeenda hata counseling at some point.
Tulienda counseling church flani.
We were prayed for, tukanointiwa.
Bado. Imekuwa donda sugu. Haiendi.
Mpaka nimeomba, nimefast. Yani I felt like I had done all that.
You're waking up at 3 a.m. Nimeambia Mungu tuondolee hii, yani Mungu hata kama tuondolee, it's not working. And let me tell you guys, at that time I was still lead pastor, so she was covering me. Watu wa church waoni the intense of what I'm going through. She covers me. She goes to church on Saturday to clean, to do worship practice.
Yes.
And she's the one, if you have meeting weekday, she's the one who is helping to coordinate and kupatiana roles.
Yeah. The good thing is that we had been trained together.
Yes.
I
So
knew
you knew
most of the things.
You knew the church work,
And two, we had a good leadership that also we we could work together.
Oh yeah,
so,
the elders, the core team?
The leadership.
Or the leaders or the dream team, yeah. Dream team were the people, volunteers in ministry.
Yes. And even the
core team, they are very,
because we had also explained to them what we were going through. So yeah, everything was just, you see, we had everything had to fall into place. So lazima nijinyime ndio kila kitu. So niko hapa, I'm so drained. Nyumbani ni mimi, there's a child. I have to take care of everything.
Na sasa simsaidii.
Yes.
When you were young in marriage, I was doing some chores. Niko nasaidia kuosha vyombo, anafanya. So you are doing together.
Yeah.
But now this time
I'm the one who is thinking, as in I'm the sober one in the house. So I'm in the shoes of the husband, in the shoes of the wife, in the shoes of the mother, in the shoes of the pastor.
Nakumbuka hizo time niko napata do yote, naitumia yote kwa dawa.
Hata